You should have killed me when you had the chance. This ain't over yet.
Can't have an action movie without spilling a little bit of blood. And we spill a lot of blood.
It's a wide array of different deaths happening here. They have a death count on their monitors. They put little skulls of how many people have died on the film from day one to the end.
Vendetta. I think the title says it all.
Being shivved in the shower.
Broken guys' necks.
Gunshots.
Choking.
Shanking.
Brass knuckles.
A lot of people who die getting beaten with the knuckles. I would have liked to see the dog rip someone apart.
Hello, Mrs. Danvers.
The opening kill in Vendetta really sets the tone for what's to come, and it just really lets the audience in on what an animal Victor is.
Please, I'm pregnant.
It's such a brutal scene, which I think that establishes the whole Victor character on its own.
That scene was a little hard for me. But to pull off this Victor character, I had to go to some pretty dark places that were uncomfortable.
The Soska sisters are famous for their kills. They love to, take people out in a very memorable fashion. So I go out in a pretty memorable way.
We decided to have the last of Victor's henchmen come off the roof so we can be on the roof a little bit more, a little bit of a change of scenery, and we have Mason huck him off.
It's just a generic dummy that we painted, and we wanted to throw him off, and we sure launched him off, and he hit his head a couple times, but he's still standing up.
Have a good flight.
With today's technology, you can do so much in post, you can do so many things, and that's great, and we all get that. But when you see someone with a pillow popped over their head and brass knuckles just blasting into that pillow and blood is squirting out of it, there's something carnal and something gross and real and just wicked.
So Mason's pretty creative, and he knows he's going to be facing a lot of multi-bad guy fights. So he's tried to even the odds a little bit by creating these knuckles with some screws and some metal that was around, some type of a pipe from the laundry room.
It was scripted that they'd fashion a fork, turn it into sort of brass knuckles, but the fact of the matter is, you don't really have forks in prison anymore. So we had to come up with something else. Since we've got Mason in the laundry room, came up with the idea of something like a cable tie that ties around like a hose clamp, right? And there's all sorts of hose clamps all over that industrial machinery. So there's silver ones, there's different sizes. This is a nice brass one because it's malleable. And he sort of gets the idea as he picks it up that he could take this clamp that he's found and fashion it into a bit of a weapon because he's just had his ass kicked by 3 prisoners and realizes it's not going to get any better unless he gets a little tougher. And it sort of evolves. He repositions the screw, makes it a little bit scarier. And then at the end of the day, we come up with our super intimidating, scary knuckle busters. But, the idea is that it could feasibly come from found materials, just like all shivs and everything that you have in prison do. And, it's ingenuity and seeing that our character's in a really tough situation. But wait a minute, he's not just tough, he's also smart enough to figure ways out of it and figure out a way to come out on top.
So we are on our prison riot. We are on day 4 right now. We have killed 42 people die in this movie. I think we might have moved it over 50 at this point.
Hello.
So how do you feel?
And just enjoying the beach. It's another,
day of regretting my choice to be a prison guard.
We're doing a lot of blood hits. We figure out where the blood hit is going to be, where the shot is going to be, and we put a blood pack behind it. We use squibs. This connects to the squibs, and we set this. We can have rapid fire, you can have single shot, but you can do it all wirelessly.
Let's squib them.
I get shot 4 times, rather nastily, 2 in the knees and 2 in the shoulders. And these are squib hits that are put in underneath the wardrobe. They're triggered remotely, and so when I'm acting and performing, I can actually play the bullet hits. These things explode, blood spurts out of them, and it's really realistic. You get to really play a lot of the action with the effect that occurs on your body.
This is the finale scene of Vendetta, which takes place in a prison yard, as you can see, and there's a huge riot that happens.
Today we're giving Michael 8 shots to fire. In various different areas, he's taken out inmates left, right, and center. You got to pick spots where
one,
there's...
two? Just one?
No, just
one?
single. You're doing single shots.
Even directors get a little bit of backsplash on a movie this bloody.